men, let me ask this. For men, when you masturbate versus having sex, obviously having sex with a woman is better because you get there's a visual and there's all that other stuff. Yeah. But isn't it the same feeling at the end?
No.
Welcome back to the Chatterbox Toronto. All right, guys. We're just gonna jump right into it. I got my boy Mark looking cool as ever. Like, he's just ready for this summer weather.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're gonna jump right into it. I have the first question, and the first one goes a little something like this. My man comes home from work daily with the lunch that I made for him, uneaten, and he says that his female coworker has been bringing him lunch, so he eats that instead. Is this wrong?
What?
Yes, it's wrong. But my question is, like, well, maybe he doesn't like your food. Like, you know, maybe he's just being, the fact that he's bringing home the lunch uneaten is kind of, that's the part that's just killing me. Because if this was me, I mean, it's kind of secretive, but if this was me, I wouldn't be bringing home the lunch so she knows that I didn't eat her lunch. Exactly. Like, are you dumb?
Somebody asked you that question for real?
Yes.
Wow.
My man comes home from work daily with the lunch that I made for him uneaten. So he's bringing back the same bowl every day, filled with food. Okay, I wonder if he eats the dinner. Does he eat your dinner? Does he eat your breakfast? Is he eating your food at all? Because that might just tell you that your cooking sucks.
Oh, absolutely.
Aside from that, the fact that he says his female coworker has been bringing him lunch daily, that girl has feelings for him. I'm just saying, she has feelings for him. There's nobody gonna be cooking you lunch every day, and they're not your man or girl, and they don't have feelings for you.
That's a work wife right there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's going on in the office that you don't know about? A lot, I'm sure. This is a call center. I can tell you that they're clocking in the staircase.
Yep, 100%. They're definitely in a call center environment or something like that.
Yeah, the question is this wrong?
Yeah, it's definitely wrong. And like, as the woman, like, yo, you're gonna definitely feel disrespected. Like, this guy is eating somebody else's lunch when you're fully giving him lunch like every day. And how long has this been going on for?
Yeah, it says daily. So this has been a little bit of a while. More than 2 days is a lot. Okay.
For like a whole year? Like, are you just waiting to come up with this question like now? Like, come on, no. Like this question right here is definitely, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
it really is. Like,
you sound very naive if you had to write this question to us to ask us if this is wrong, instead of handling your man and letting him know and rolling the hell up to the call center so you can get a good look. You know, I mean, maybe the girl doesn't even know he has a woman, or the fact that he's accepting this is disrespectful. Like, he needs to know, like, first of all, every once in a while, I wouldn't even care if my partner was accepting like a lunch from the opposite sex, the same sex, whatever it is, every once in a while. Yeah. Like, but to say that it's on a daily basis, no, there's something more going on.
Tell me this though. Your Timmy is giving you a lunch that's maybe like, you know, it's a nice little sandwich, a meatball sub, but then on the flip side, somebody's bringing you Red Lobster every day at lunch?
That's different.
Hell yeah.
I mean, of
like,
course.
Come on, is this lunch like exquisite? Like,
yeah, but the fact that he's just coming home all willy-nilly, he's confident as hell to tell you, like, nah, another girl's making me lunch, like, that's why I didn't eat your lunch. That's hurtful, number one, and clearly he doesn't know there needs to be boundaries. Like, I understand that, yeah, this girl is bringing you Red Lobster or whatever food you like every day, but at the end of the day, not everything is for you to accept just because. You're in a relationship, so you need to sacrifice that Red Lobster, because I'm sure if you're working, you and your girl can go to Red Lobster, you and your girl can go buy that food that you like. If that girl made you something that 1 or 2 times, you can tell your girl about it, so maybe she can make it for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't think that this is acceptable.
That dude's an idiot, man. If that was me, I'd be eating both those lunches. Like, yo, seriously, I'm a fat ass. Like, I'd probably eat both. I have that like on my last break or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
or if it's nasty, like if she just don't know how to make a sandwich or she doesn't know how to cook that rice, throw it in the garbage. At least spare her feelings. Yeah. But at the same time, it's still wrong, the fact that you would be accepting lunch from another woman, because that's also letting that other woman feel like you're cool with it. And
even what you said earlier, like if it's just lunch, like what is he doing at dinner? Is he not eating the dinner that you make at night? Like,
so we need a little more information. Like, I want to know if it's your cooking skills.
Yeah.
Because girl, the food channel will help you, okay? Yeah. Google will help you. Don't just be scrambling seasonings in there and it tastes like shit. So maybe you got to work on, you know, your cooking, but also at the end of the day, it's not really your fault because he needs to speak up and let you know what's going on. Like, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. That's not cool. So I think we agree. If you guys have been in a similar situation, if you have better advice or different advice, you agree with our advice, whatever you feel, comment below. I want to hear from you guys. And we're going to jump right into the next juicy question.
All right. When is the right time to stop using condoms?
In a relationship or just, I wonder, like, there's nothing more. Okay.
Nothing more. Yeah,
that's
it's just
that's the question.
That's
so
it.
Just cold question.
In general, like...
I think you need to make sure that you're both at least committed to each other, even if you're not like in an actual relationship, that he's not dating anybody else or sleeping with anybody else and you're not, because you don't want to catch an STD or get pregnant for somebody that you're not sure about. Yeah. So, I mean, if you're on birth control and then you're just worrying about, you just like how it feels better, because you know people say, oh, it feels better without a condom.
Yeah.
That's something you both get checked out and both know that we're gonna be monogamous with each other, you know, and that's when the right time is, I think.
Yeah, I've done a few times where I've just jumped right into it, like, and you know, I ended up being with a person for a long period of time, but was I wrong for doing that? Probably, but I'd still get myself checked out.
Because it's risky, right?
Yeah, for sure. You know what? I'll still get myself checked out if I have done something like that.
Well,
right?
Temptation is really huge, right? So a lot of times you just
100%.
Jump into it, and then you're like, fuck, like I didn't use a condom.
Yeah.
So that's not fair, but that's not even what the question is. The question is when is the right time?
I guess if you're with a partner,
I would say the best time is
it's like
when you're actually committed to somebody,
relationship, like,
and that you're okay with if you get pregnant, you don't have to run to get an abortion, like things like that. You just want to make sure that you're safe and that you actually trust the person that you're sleeping with. 100%. Trust is huge, because
for sure. That's the main thing I would think is the trust factor when it comes to that decision. Yeah,
definitely. I think trust is the biggest factor. Yeah.
Other than that, shoot.
Get it the fuck on.
Yeah.
Get it on. But yeah, the right time to start using condoms is when you both have had that conversation that you're only sleeping with each other because even saying, okay, you have an open relationship and you and this person sleep together with no condoms, but then with everybody else you sleep with condoms, that's still scary and risky because condoms break all the time.
Yeah.
And if a condom breaks and he doesn't want to tell you or she doesn't want to tell you, you don't know what you're sleeping with. So just be careful. It's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
That's true.
Yeah. But like you said, I mean, it happens.
It does.
Just be really careful and make sure you go get checked out as soon as you know that it happens, especially if it's with somebody that you don't really trust or you're just, you know, in lust with and you don't know much about them or whatever.
For sure.
Yeah. I think it happens more times than not with a lot of people.
Of course, a lot of people are guilty of it.
Yeah. You don't want to get an STD on your coochie or your dang-a-lang. It's not cute.
You don't want it to burn when you're peeing, bro.
It's not cute. You don't want to have to sit there with the fan on your coochie because it's burning. Like, you don't want that. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. If you guys think there's a better time, like, definitely comment below. I don't think that people should put years or months or anything like that on it.
Yeah, it's what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I think it's what you're comfortable with and the conversation and trust. So yeah, comment below if you agree, disagree, if you have different advice. We want to hear from you. Do that below. And I'm going to do what I always do at the end of the show. I'm going to give out a bizarre sex statistic. And this one is actually helpful, I think, to men. So this one is, it says men who have sex at least twice a week. So twice a week, okay? At least twice a week, can almost halve their risk of heart disease according to a study. So the more you get it on, the less heart disease you have. So as a man, if you're pumping your girl at least 3 times a week, 2 times a week, you're pretty good on that heart disease. I mean, your heart's gonna be pretty damn good.
That would actually make sense. I mean, the blood flow is definitely
definitely
pumping it in the opposite direction. So I can see how.
I wonder if masturbation should be the same thing then. Like if you masturbate, isn't it the same? Wouldn't it be the same?
I don't know, cause I mean,
like for men, let me ask this: for men, when you masturbate versus having sex, obviously having sex with a woman is better because there's a visual and there's all that other stuff. Yeah. But isn't it the same feeling at the end?
No.
No?
No, not at all.
That's interesting. So why it's more intense with a woman?
Of course. More into it, like Not gonna just like, you know, this right here is not gonna do the job.
Well, men are very visual as well too, and then you don't have to use your hands. You're kind of just like getting it in. But for me personally, I feel like it's. I have more intense, well, I shouldn't say that, but I feel like I've had more intense orgasms by myself because I can be like my face can like look anyway.
Yeah.
And I can be as loud and as crazy as I want to be by myself.
I guess you know what
I guess it depends. It depends because I have had really, really good orgasms with another person as well, where it's like holy fuck. But so yeah, I think it depends. But damn, what about girls? Like, what about our hearts? Like, holy shit, can we get a little bit of good hearts? Risk half of their shit, like half of our hearts. What the fuck am I saying?
I don't know. But
can we have almost half our risk of heart disease as well just by having an orgasm or something like that? Like, geez.
I think sex as a whole is healthy.
I guess it is healthy, right? So get it on, guys, get it on. It gets your blood flowing and it keeps you young. So let's do it. Let's get it on at least twice a week, guys. At least twice a week. If you're already doing it, keep it going. And that's it for the bizarre sex statistic. If you guys have any crazy bizarre sex statistics, I want to hear from you. Comment below. And as usual, I will link Mark's information for social media somewhere down here. Catch up with him. Summer's coming. And we're gonna end the show by saying make sure that you comment, share, subscribe, everything this video. And until next time, guys, this was the Chatterbox Toronto. Deuces. During sexual intercourse, in addition to genital